And welcome to a Tuesday night here at the Rec Center in St. Louis Park. The home team is going to be the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights taking on the St. Louis Park Orioles. Kevin Falness along with Tommy Rempher and Paul Broden, of course, running the affair. And we got Curtis and Katrina on the cameras as we get ready for some great Metro West action here at the Rec Center. Tommy, good to see your shining face, and I'm ready to call some great St. Louis Park Benilde hockey. Should be a good one tonight.
Yeah, it's good to be back, Kevin. Thank you for helping us out. I know you have other duties as assigned. It's called the job. Sometimes happens in the evening when you have to do the Wild games, but it's nice when you can have come in here and talk Orioles hockey with us.
Yeah, and especially I was exchanging text messages with Tyler Broderson earlier today. I said, because I got a boy on the JV squad, I said, you know, I've kind of been enjoying the up and down nature of the season. You know, you never know what you get. He says, well, I'm glad someone's enjoying it because I'd like a little bit more stability, and that's you know, that's true to form for a coach. The Orioles bring with them a 10-10-1 record. The Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights 8-10-1. This will officially count as a home game for Benilde. So the Orioles, of course, in their traveling black uniforms, even though they also have a locker room right here in this building. That's one big save for Parker Jurek right off the bat. Jurek in the nets for the Orioles, an 8-7-1 record, 3.71 goals against average, and an .866 save percentage. On the other end of the ice, wearing the number 31 for Benilde, is going to be Alex Beaton, the junior goaltender, 7-9-1 on the season with a 3.13 goals against average and an .860 save percentage. Here we go, back underway. We got Leo Schmoll dragging it all the way down the ice into the near corner. Leaves it for Liam McCoy. Centering pass, saved by Beaton. A couple of chances there by Park, but Beaton up to the task, and we're going to get a face-off.
Wow, it's getting a little chippy already.
Right, we're not even
just 30 seconds into it.
It's a nice rivalry that, of course, they share the same building here. I'm sure they see each other in the hallway on a pretty regular basis, and maybe that'll lead to the intensity.
Yeah, I'm sure they're friends. Some of them are friends off the ice, so when they step on the ice, it's all about the game.
And that's the way it should be. Puck is down, won by Benilde, but a shot directed towards the net by Hurdy goes out to the far wall, dumped back in by St. Louis Park, played by Beaton behind his own cage, up to the near point, right in front of our broadcast location on the Benilde blue line. Battling for a spot is Brian Duncan, comes out to center ice, played by Cam Jackson. He'll flip it in. Taken there by Mo for Benilde, over to his defensive partner, touched up just over the red line, waves off the icing. Jurek forced to play it, gets it all around the end boards, and now here comes Hurdy.
Oh, that's too bad.
Tried to hit a guy tried to hit Finn Ryder, just a little too far for his reach, and that'll bring it back down to Jurekson with an icing.
Yeah, I think one of the keys to the game tonight, Kevin, for the Orioles is going to be the play of Parker Jurek. He's going to have to come up big because we know that Benilde's, they can put the puck in the net, and they have some high-end talent as always, and we're going to need him to bring his A game tonight. Without a doubt. Did exchange text messages with Ken Pauley earlier today as well, and I said I'm very much looking forward to this matchup. He says, you know what, this isn't the typical Benilde-St. Margaret's team. They're a little down. There's a big shot there saved by Beaton, but he says anytime these two teams get together, it really doesn't matter where Benilde is in the standings or where Park is. It's always a high-tempo affair. Both teams don't really much care for each other, and I think we've already seen that. Yeah.
We're only 2.5 minutes into the hockey game.
Yeah, no kidding. Just another little stick work right down in front of us here, not on camera. None of the refs saw it, so hopefully they'll be watching for that kind of stuff. We don't want it to get dangerous out here for these kids.
Nicky Moran on the draw, won by St. Louis Park into the half wall, goes all the way around. In pursuit is Leo Schmoll. Nice collision there. Now we're up to the point. Big collision at the blue line, comes all the way out to center ice, and that's Nicky Moran in pursuit. Stuff job there by Benilde, saved by Jurek, and more rough stuff in front of his crease. Another big hit. They drop Ben Palmer out of the action. I don't think there's going to be anything more of that.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, and
that's the other thing. The Orioles got to stay out of the penalty box. They have a propensity to try and find the sin bin, and it's definitely hurt them this season. their PK is not, I think, what Coach Broderson would like it to be, and so it's key that they do not find their way into the penalty box tonight.
Face off to the left of Jurek. Just about 3 minutes into this, well, just under 2 minutes actually. 2 minutes 45 seconds. Face off won by Park. Anklin sends it around the boards. Grabbed by Teddy Rich, tries to get it out, but it's denied by the Benilde blue line.
Ooh,
puck
popped
just
right out
bounces
in front.
right in, yeah, right into the blue paint. Jurek sees it, snares it, and we'll get another face-off. Park riding a 2-1-1 streak into tonight in their last 4 contests. They've had some big wins. They've had some bad losses too.
Yeah, they've had. Oh, here's a chance.
Liam McCoy takes the shot. Oh, saved by Beaton. Drives it into the near corner. All alone, Liam McCoy looking for his 9th of the season. Beaton able to shut it down. Puck goes all the way down to the right of Jurek. Back in Park territory. In their own end, leading the rush. That's to be Grant Haggerty. Tries to find McCoy again. McCoy's got speed, eyeing up the opposition in the far corner. They collide. Puck ends up at center ice. Keegan Davis with it. Lead pass intercepted by St. Louis Park. Knocked back out from McCoy. He's anxious for a line change after a couple of quick breakaways. He'll go to the bench. We'll get some fresh legs out there. Brian Duncan to the right of Jurek. Knocks his man off the puck. Goes up to the left point. To Mo at the right point. Shot right into the midsection of Parker Jurek. He'll cover it up and we'll get a face off to his left. 13:58 left to go in the first. 0-0 at the rec center.
Yeah, that was a good job by the Orioles defenseman there to keep the pathway to the puck wide open for Jurek. He was able to easily glove that one, force a face off.
Purdy on the draw here for St. Louis Park. 6 goals in the last 3 games. He's been prolific, the Park captain. Would love to get one here against the arch rival. 2-on-1 develops out of nowhere. Keeps it.
Yeah!
Finn Ryder down the right side uses the other guy as a decoy. Takes the shot, pops the water bottle, and Park's on the board. They lead 1-0.
Excellent, excellent play by the Orioles there. The sophomore steps up and puts the big one in first for St. Louis Park. Hopefully he'll give him some momentum and keep things going. Yeah, like you said, I think he used him as a decoy, and that is definitely, when you have a 2-on-1, normally you want the defenseman to play the pass and take the other guy out, and it's kind of 1-on-1 with the goalie and the player, and great shot by Finn, beat Beaton.
Probably got him on the short side there, just over the glove, and like I said, popped the water bottle. 6th goal of the season for the sophomore Finn Ryder. Gives the Orioles the early 1-0 lead on their 4th shot of the contest. See what this does to the intensity of this game. Kasica back for Palmer. Red Knights trying to get possession. They drop it inside the red line, leave it for Jurek. He gloves it down, leaves it for his defense. Anklin looking for an outlet. Just flips it out to center ice. Forced to play is Kasica again. Back up for Mason Smith at the center line. Takes the shot. Goes in harmlessly off the end boards. Anklin drops his man off the puck. And here comes Park. Little intensity under their skating with the 1-0 lead. Flip around back behind Jurek in the near corner. A long ways away from this broadcast location. Icing will be the call, and Jurek's going to get company. 12:47 left to go in the first. Park up 1-0 on that Finn Ryder goal.
Yeah, I was trying to listen for who the assists are. We didn't quite catch that. It's really loud in here. There's a lot of fans here tonight, Kevin, which great for some Tuesday night hockey.
Yep, they're split right down the middle. You got half in the battling for the red and the white. The orange and black has the other half. JV didn't go so well. That was a 6-0 win for Benilde in that one. Shots were something like 40-10. It was not really close, unfortunately, but I understand this should be more of an even affair, and that's proven to be the case here through the early part of this hockey game. Jurek up the left side to his defensive partner. That'll be for Kapishki. 1 of 2 Kapishkis on the ice tonight for the Red Knights.
Brothers, I assume.
Yep.
Oh.
Be a hell of a coincidence if they come out here with that name. They're not related. So yeah, we'll go that far.
Yeah, I work with the Kapishki indirectly, and Apparently it's not his kids, but it might be his nephews.
All right.
But I'm like, yeah, I thought the same thing you. That's not a very common name. So I'm thinking they're related, and I'm thinking these guys are brothers out here.
Yep.
Grayson Quirk for Benilde has been on fire lately the last few games. He had a hat trick and 3 assists and a big win over Orono.
That's number 14 in the white jersey, so we'll keep an eye on him. Big collision in the near corner. Leads to a rush the other way for St. Louis Park. Tipped in by Teddy Rich. In the near corner, big collision. Knocked free by Liam McCoy. Taken away by the Red Knights. They try the lead pass. Flips it out to center ice. Grabbed by Leo Schmall. His 15 goals and 29 points now on the season in 21 games. Definitely one of the leaders, statistically speaking, for this Orioles squad. Another big hit by Liam McCoy. Just drives his man into the end boards. Basically bench pressed him.
Big boy, number 10. Oh, that's Schmall. Yeah, he's a big boy too. That'll be icing. I noticed here early when the Orioles are deep in the zone, that defenseman on the left side here, when the puck's in front of us, right in front of us, he's standing up and pinching there. So you gotta make sure that you get one of those forwards back. So if they do get the puck out, it's not an odd man rush. So we'll have to watch for that. And I don't know if that's something Coach Broderson has told them that he wants them to do, or if they're just doing it on their own. We'll have to see what happens here.
Ben Palmer wins that faceoff for the Red Knights in their own end. Gets it around the boards. Leaves it for Shannon. Back up to center ice. Tries to lead the rush, but Park able to get it out. Played with the high sticks. We're going to get a faceoff probably just outside the Red Knights blue line.
Well, they're going to say it's to the goalie's right.
Okay. Then it must be a Park high stick. Regardless, faceoff won by St. Louis Park. Over for Braden Neudecker. Takes the shot. That was Cam Jackson. Just goes high and wide. Anyone gets around the goaltender, there's going to be some anger that ensues. Cooler heads will prevail. Nothing will come of that. And we'll get another faceoff. This time to the right of Alex Beaton.
Yeah, we're only 6 minutes in, and I feel like I've been sitting here for a period and a half already. And
yeah. I like the intensity.
Yes, it's very intense in here right now.
The captain's back out there for St. Louis Park, Marty Hurdy. Again, 22 goals, 40 points in 21 games for Marty Hurdy. He's on the draw, gets it back, splits the defense, and goes all the way back to the Park blue line. In retreat mode, Cam Jackson looks for the outlet pass. Almost by happenstance hit Hurdy on the fly. But instead it's broken up by the Red Knights.
Oh.
The bad bounce there. Takes the shot. That one just goes wide of the cage. Much to the relief of Parker Jurek. Back all the way around to the near corner. Back up to the right point. Taken away by St. Louis Park. And here they come. Led by Ollie Culp. Tries to find a man in stride. Culp tried to hit Hurdy. That one just failed to click. Kept it at the right point by Finn Ryder. Already a goal on the night. The only goal thus far. Hurdy's got it. Looking for his man. Oh, nice break up there by the goaltender. Kept in at the point by Anklin, but it didn't. It just slipped over the blue line, so it'll be offsides. Faceoff coming right in front of Ken Pauley and his group.
Yeah, I think that was a good call by the linesman there. He was right on that. And
it was close.
It was
bouncing
close.
Puck, unable to wrangle it in. So, like we said, right in front of the Red Knights bench. A draw coming up featuring Grant Haggerty for St. Louis Park. Won though by Kopishki, the second Kopishki that we hadn't named until just now. Liam McCoy battling for a spot there along the glass. Lots of tenacity in those hits. This will be Leo Schmall. Turnover. Another turnover. This will be Hurdy. Lead pass for Liam McCoy just failed to click. Back in their own end, given to McCoy. Dropped out to center. Dumped in by the Red Knights. Did it just inside the red line, so no icing on that one. Anklin with it now. Looking for a lead pass, finds McCoy.
Oh, just missed him again.
He was looking for Teddy Rich that time, just out of his reach.
Well, they waved off icing.
Yep, must have touched a stick.
That'll be icing.
But that one for sure is coming back. Ref puts his arm up in the air. And it'll be a face-off next to Alex Beaton down in the Benilde zone.
Shot six apiece for each team. Orioles still up by 1 with, what, about 8 minutes into the game.
Purdy on the draw. Puck is down. Won by Park eventually. Gathered in. Big save by Beaton. That was Finn Ryder looking for a second of the contest in prime scoring position. Ryder again. Centering pass. Broken up by the Red Knights defense. Behind the cage. Looking for a stuff shot. That one he gets knocked off the puck. Goes right through the crease. Back up front. Knocked down by Benilde, but a bouncing puck betrays them. Beaton doesn't like what he sees, so he jumps on it. Hungry hippo style, and a face off to his left.
That's a reference to the 80s or 70s, maybe.
That's pretty much all I know. Anything in modern day, it's out of my
I'm with you.
I watched the Grammys the other night.
I was gonna
I have no idea what was going on.
Same thing. I couldn't. I had to watch the red carpet because I was with my wife and daughter, and that's about as much as I could handle.
I can't wait for the Super Bowl halftime show and Bad Bunny, who I have no idea who this is.
Yeah.
But apparently he's very popular.
Yes.
So again, that's why I go back to 70s and 80s references. That's where my mind still resides. Back underway, 8:30 left to go in this first period. Park holding on to a 1-0 lead. Finn Ryder, big collision. Wow, knocked off the puck was Teddy Rich. He was flattened. Skates went up in the air, but he gets right back up, tries another centering pass. And now here we go, one-on-one action for Benilde. It evolves into a 3-on-1. Has to spin, sets the pass, takes the shot from the left point. And that just misses its target. Puck goes all the way down. They waved off the icing. So we'll keep her going. Down to 8 minutes now. Big turnover. Blew a tire. Culp. Breakaway. Backhand save by Beaton. Centering pass. Still loose. Another one back to the crease. And he tried to, Hurdy did, tried to get that bouncing puck in the blue line. And now here we go. The fisticuffs and the rampant fire. That's because of the last shot there at the goaltender. They didn't like it, and I guarantee bodies are going to the box for this one.
Yeah,
Should
certainly.
be 2, 1 from each side. Purdy's probably one of them. Certainly, Tyler Kirshner's going there for the Red Knights. He took that really late and took a two-handed swipe at him and just drove him into the ice. I can't believe they're only taking 1, but that will really be in Park's favor if that's the case. I'd have to imagine Hurdy's going too.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, he's skating over there.
Yeah, they're pointing at him.
Yeah, he's going in.
He made eye contact, so he's going to go sit down. So this should remain, I assume it'll be 5-on-5, but they might do the 4-on-4 deal. That's what Ken Pauly's trying to figure out. Tyler Broderson is both leaning over the boards. What's going on, fellas?
They'll get explanations from the officials.
And they both are. One ref takes Pauly, one takes Broderson. They only put the penalty on the board for Kirshner thus far.
Maybe it's a double on him.
It very well could be. That could also be because putting stuff into those scoreboards are not easy. And it could be a slight delay because of that. Believe me, I've been down there and I hate doing it when there's pressure.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Done it too.
So we'll see. There's an extra explanation there going for Pauly. I think he got what he wanted to hear. Well, probably not what he wanted to hear, but he was told what he was going to hear. You definitely got Kirshner in the box for Benilde, and it looks like it is a double minor. And that'll be served by Ben Palmer. So Hurdy goes to the box, their leading scorer, and a guy who can definitely shoot the puck. That's bad. But in the grand scheme of things, St. Louis Park ends up with a power play, skating with a 1-0 advantage. Yeah,
and they come out basically, like you say, their whole first lineup. They've looks like they got in maybe Haggerty instead of Hurdy, 223 instead of 21. But they'll put Leo Schmal, the big giant man, right in front of the goalie there to try and block his view, and hopefully can get one by Beaton here in the next 2 minutes.
Benilde able to win the defensive draw, and they sent it all the way down to the length of the ice already. They've killed 15 seconds off this two-minute advantage. And here comes Park with a head of steam. This will be Leo Schmal trying to do it single-handedly. Trying to go through about 3 guys. That didn't work well, and Benilde able to put it back out to center ice. Played now by Anklem. Anklem behind his own cage. He decides, is he going to keep it? Is he going to pass it? He decides to keep it, slips past the defense, goes in all alone. Backhand try, Beaton reads it and gets it out of harm's way.
Just couldn't quite get the puck on his backhand, slid off.
Anklem with it here, back to Schmull, has to weave around his own guy. And this will be picked up by Benilde. Davis with it, all by himself. Nobody there to help him. He looks up, sees all black jerseys. He says, forget that. Sends it all the way down the other end of the ice. They're halfway home on the penalty kill.
Yeah, we don't want Keegan Davis to have the puck on his stick either. He had a hat trick in the Orono game as well. They had 2 of them. Ollie
Culp tried to take him out, and Davis said, nope. It was like a bug on a windshield. All the way down to 39 seconds on the man advantage. Jurek leaves it for Anklem. Anklem says, thank you very much. And he's got another rush in his pocket. 30 seconds to go. One last gasp here for Liam McCoy. McCoy leaves it. Picked here by Park. Taken away. Now it's a 1-on-0. It's Benilde with a breakaway. Takes the shot. Saved by Jurek. Kicks it all the way back out to center ice. Short-handed attempt by the Red Knights. Denied by Parker Jurek.
Yeah, that could be a big swing if they put that home and score shorty.
6 seconds left to go on the power play. One last gasp if they hurry. Played here by Hudek.
Oh, there's a turnover
right outside the blue line, and that'll bring it back to even strength. The penalty has been killed. So back to 5-on-5 hockey. Again, if you're just joining us, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Welcome to Park TV, where Finn Ryder gave the visitor, in this instance, the 1-0 advantage with his 6th of the season. Oh, I saw that collision coming right in front of our broadcast location. Smashed up against the glass, but it squirts the puck free. Finn Ryder back to the right point. Ryder again around the end boards. Park going for a change, get some fresh legs out there. Intercepted by Finn Ryder. Left for Nicky Moran. Taken away by Benilde. They don't like it, so they'll send it the length of the ice, and that'll cost them an icing. 5:08 left to go in period number 1. St. Louis Park 1, Benilde 0.
Things have settled down a little here. I'm losing, not quite as intense. The intensity seems to have dropped a little, but the boys are still out there playing hard. They're out shooting Benilde right now, 11-8, which is great. They didn't get much done on that power play, though.
And that's a disappointment. Shot from the midpoint section. Leo Schmull. Stick save by Beaton. Good first period thus far for St. Louis Park, who at times you'd have to think Benilde would be the favorite in a game like this, but they're hanging right there with one of the big guns in Boise State high school hockey. Park with it, avoids the check. He's still got it. This will be Marty Hurdy. Fancy footwork. Elbow saved by Beaton. Kicks it into the near corner. Culp with it. Another big collision by Hurdy. A physical specimen gets it to another one, and Leo Schmull, another guy who never met physical play that he didn't like.
Exactly. Yeah, great job by Hurdy. They're bringing the puck on, shrugging a couple Red Knights players off to get a decent scoring chance.
Just over 4 minutes left to go in the opening frame. Turnover, bad turnover. Oh, just misses on the backhand. And the St. Louis Park Orioles breathe a sigh of relief. Horrible turnover in the worst place possible. But they get away, and Red Knights didn't even end up with a shot on goal on that attempt.
Whew, that was a close one.
Is what Parker Jurek says from his blue paint. Here they come again. Odd man rush developing right into the midsection of Parker Jurek, and we'll get a face-off to his right. Things starting to swing back in favor of the Red Knights. Owned by St. Louis Park there for a good chunk of the first part of this first period.
Yeah.
But again, still shots 13-11 in favor of the Orioles.
Yeah, I think that penalty kill and the definitely the best scoring chance on that power play was for the shorthanded team of Benilde. So puck went up into the Orioles bench.
I think it did. It hit some gloves. The refs saw it, and they didn't like it. So a face-off to the right of Jurek once again. Orioles make that Benilde has won 3 of their last 4 coming into tonight. So both teams playing pretty well here as of late. Like I said, Broderson admits his team has been up and down this season. When they're up, they've real up. When they're down, They've been real down.
Yeah, I came to the Chanhassen game where they won 6-3, and they looked like world beaters, honestly.
Yep, and they've had games like that, but they've also had some games where.
Yeah, Waconia.
That was another one. That was the 3-2 loss where they led in that hockey game, and unfortunately for them, they blew it.
Although I did talk to Coach Broderson or texted him, and he said they hit 5 crossbars in that game.
Ooh, stuff job there for Benilde. Kick save by Jurek. At least that's what it looked like from here, from the left point. One-timer, high and wide of the target. Jurek just watches it go past the crossbar. 2:46 left to go in period number 1. Benilde starting to pour it on.
Yeah, they certainly are.
From the far corner, swing and a miss by Teddy Rich. Stick to hockey, leave baseball for someone else, Teddy. Oh, big collision by Liam McCoy. Dancing, weaving at the left circle, takes the shot, another shot, misses the net.
Wow, they just can't get it. They've like 3 different times tried to clear it past Johnson, and he's been there every time to keep the play in.
They need to clear it in a big way.
Yeah, let's take the icing and let's get some fresh legs out there. Stop the momentum.
Dancing with it. Between the circles, another one, they can't get it out.
There we go.
Their feet, throw it out. They avoid the icing too, it goes right inside that Benilde line. But here they come with a fast transition pass. 2 minutes left to go in period 1. Another turnover, almost for Ollie Culp. He couldn't wrangle it in. Instead sends it back behind the cage for Nicky Moran. Out for Hudek. To the point, this will be Anklin. Struggled with it, dumped it in, and now it's Benilde with it. Big hit there by St. Louis Park. Look to see if there'd be hands in there. There are not. Neudecker with that one.
Nice job by Braden to peel the guy off the boards or the puck along the boards.
Neudecker again, that's another kid who loves to play physical.
Yeah.
Neudecker forcing the turnover, back behind Beaton. Up top for Moran, hits a skate, left for Neudecker from the right between the circles. Shot directed on Beaton. He's up to the challenge, and he will smother it with 69 seconds left to go in period number 1.
A little bit of a knuckler on that shot. Sometimes those can cause problems for the goalie as they don't come in nice and flat and level like they need. They want them to, and they bounce in front of them. But Beaton was definitely on that and scooped it up. Have a face-off to his left coming up. Purdy back out there for the Orioles.
Purdy on the draw. Won by Benilde. Try to rush it out. Dragged out to center ice. Dumped in by Ryder. Picked up by the Red Knights. Up to neutral ice. Dumped into the far corner. To their far corner. Floating out there was Ollie Culp, waiting for the puck to get to him. It never did. Under a minute left to go in period number 1. Park still skating with the 1-0 lead.
So if they can hold that for the next 38 seconds.
Yeah, this has been the bugaboo for the Wild here as of late, giving up those late goals late in periods. Those can be backbreakers. Didn't cost the Wild in the last game, at least, as they ended up winning in overtime. That has nothing to do with this. 21 seconds left to go. Here comes Culp. Dropped at center ice. Another big collision right in front of Beaton. That was Leo Schmull. Took the brunt of that force. 8 seconds as they try to get it in front of Beaton.
Oh, icing.
That's going to be icing. That'll be an offensive zone faceoff for Park with 1.7 seconds left on the clock.
Definitely get a shot off in that. Looks like they're going to pull the goalie. Coach Borderson's bringing the goalie in, so they'll have 6 skaters out there. Now the key is they got to win the faceoff back to someone who can get a shot off.
Got to win the faceoff. 6 on 5. 1.7
I'm surprised they don't have somebody right behind Hurdy there. Looks like they're trying to win it to Schmull. They did get it.
They did, but that's going to drag the rest of the time off the clock. One more shove for a good moment there. And that's it. They'll go onto their respective sides. We'll get a fresh sheet of ice, and we can tell you right now, Park skates with a 1-0 lead with 1 period in the books. The lone goal goes to Finn Ryder, his 6th of the year, gives Park the 1-0 lead. 3:11 into the contest, and after 14 minutes later, Park still holds that 1-0 lead, out shooting Benilde 14-13. And like I said, after 1 period of play, skating with that 1-0 lead. What do you think, Tommy? Step aside and then we'll come back with the second period?
Absolutely. It's going to be a good one.
Can't wait. Blink, and we'll be back here with the second from the rec center. It's Benilde trailing St. Louis Park 1-0 after one period of play. We'll be back with the second shortly on Park TV.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
And just like that, we're back at the St. Louis Park Rec Center, where the Benilde-St. Margarets are hosting St. Louis Park. And after one period of play, St. Louis Park holding on to the 1-0 advantage. The only goal in this one, 3:11 into the contest. Finn Ryder with the 6th of the year, and the assists go to Culp and Jackson. Park goes 0 for 1 on the power play. Benilde yet to skate with a man advantage. And we're getting ready for the second period of play as the Red Knights have entered the playing surface. And we're waiting for the Orioles to do the same. I thought that was a really entertaining first period, Tommy. I know it helps when you're broadcasting for St. Louis Park and they score the first goal, but I think regardless of the score, that was an entertaining first period hockey.
Yeah, it certainly was. Obviously, the 27 shots on goal make for a lot of action. Fairly clean. Had that one little scuffle at the end of the period there. But you know, it's been physical, but it hasn't been chippy or cheap, and so yeah, it's been a great first period for both teams. And like you say, if you're an Orioles fan, you gotta like the results so far.
Parker Jurek back in his crease, now to our broadcast left. 13 first period saves for him. On the other end of the ice, it's Alex Beaton for the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights. 13 saves for him as well, but he gave up the goal to Finn Ryder 3 minutes into the contest. We're getting ready to drop the puck on period number 2. Again, it counts as a home game for the Red Knights. So the traveling squad in their black uniforms are the St. Louis Park Orioles, trying to build upon their 10-10-1 record. They're 4-3-1 in the Metro West. Benilde 8-10-1 overall. They are 4-1 in the Metro West. Ready to drop that puck? We do so, and we are back underway for the middle frame. Benilde with it, looking for an outlet, dumps it in, didn't see one, so Park forced to go for it in their own end. Schmoll pays the price for playing that puck. Back to Hurdy. Hurdy up top to Rich. Tries to get it out, big turnover, takes the shot, saved by Jurek. Puck goes into that blue paint. Finally, he looked over his left shoulder, and in the end it was in the pillows. Squeezes them shut, and we'll get a face-off to his right.
Yeah, he certainly did think that one got past. Unfortunately, Anklin was back there to push it back under his legs if it was, but I think he did have it.
Haggerty on the draw, wins it, gets it for Schmoll, throws it behind the net for McCoy. Anklin in pursuit, dumps it, bounces into between the circles. They'll throw it down. That's going to be icing. If it makes it, it does. And the ref gets to use that whistle.
Yeah, that fresh sheet of ice will make that puck roll real quick.
Good crowd here at the rec center in St. Louis Park. Both teams call this their home ice. Work it as a home game for Benilde, but there's a pretty even split. There's plenty of Benilde fans here, but I tell you, I walked through a sea of Oriole fans as well to get to the broadcast location. So lots of happy faces, especially after first. Let's see what happens after period number 2.
Correct. Yeah, there is a good crowd tonight. You can even tell when they're lined up along the boards behind the goalie over there.
Love to see it.
Packed full house.
I'll tell you, the parking lot was no picnic either.
Oh, I'm sure.
If that's any indication, which it usually is. Big collision driven home by Ollie Culp. Kept in at the line.
Oh.
Redirection by Culp, but it finds the netting. And the ref says that faceoff will come outside the zone.
Great deflection on the shot from Cam Jackson. Culp right out in front. Just put it a little high over Beaton.
And that hand motion was about it going into the netting. The faceoff will stay in the Red Knight zone. Hurdy on it. to Beaton's left. One by Park for Culp. Round for Ryder. Thought about putting it to the point. Instead, he swallows it up. And he's helped there by a couple of Red Knights laying the lumber to his lower back. Kept in by Park. Taken away by the Red Knights. Outlet pass. Blows a tire there on that fresh sheet of ice. St. Louis Park says thank you very much. Brian Duncan dumps it in. It's touched. They wave off the icing. Hurdy back behind Beaton for Culp. Another big hit. Culp's been on the receiving end of a couple of big shots thus far, but he's bounced up every time. Here comes Benilde with it by himself. Pushed into the far corner by Anklam. Great job defensively by him. Squirts out in front of Jurek, but taken away by Small. Turnover. Tried to get the lead pass. Intercepted by Benilde. They get the shot, and it's knocked down by Jurek. Played again by Culp. Tries a quick pass. That could have been incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
But Kasica unable to wrangle it in.
Yeah, a couple of like panic passes there by the Orioles defenseman.
That's 100% right. White knuckle, get it out of my hands, and it almost cost them dearly. Right in front of the Benilde blue line, taking over the Park blue line for Benilde right in front. Draws the penalty. Beaton still in his crease. The delayed penalty coming up. Penalty's going to be on Park. They finally blow it dead. It looks like a hook will be the call. And Benilde's going to get their first power play of the hockey game.
2-6, 2-2, 2-6. That's Braden Newdecker going for the Orioles.
Newdecker to the box. He's barking something at somebody. But regardless, this will be the first shot at the power play for Benilde. Thus far, Park 0 for 1 on the man advantage. This will be Benilde's first attempt. And they'll get an offensive zone faceoff. Kirschner on the draw. Up against Haggerty. Puck is down. Won by Kirschner. Back to the point. D-to-D pass at the far half wall. Looking to set up that power play. Directing it from the right point. Saved by Jurek.
Wow, I can't believe he saw that.
Nice
that was a
shot
hell of a
through
glove.
A sea of bodies, a bunch of legs, but somehow he's able to get that glove on it. And we'll get another face-off to his left, just 12 seconds away from the power play. Back up to the point again. Drop pass to the half wall. At the point, he can't wrangle it, and here comes Park. Thought about a chance for Haggerty to bust away. Didn't have enough in the tank to get there. Instead, he'll just dump it down and drag some more time off the clock. 90 seconds left to go in the penalty to Newdecker. Behind Beaton, trying to set up the rush. Another pass fails to click. But Benilde able to grab it. Kirschner pushed into the far corner. Back up top, Johnson with it. D-to-D pass. Quick little one-time shot into the near corner.
Hit the official skate there, otherwise Anklam would have had that around the other side of the net.
Shot from kind of a tough angle. Rim of the far circle.
That's Grayson Quirk. Been on fire lately.
They announced the penalty. It's about half over. Hooking is the call. To the left of Jurek. Hurdy, won by Benilde. Fast, quick shot. Top of the right circle at the high slot. Another save by Jurek, who has been busy in this second period.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's already had 6 shots on goal.
Perfect 19 of 19 thus far to this point in the hockey game for the senior netminder. Another puck. That was a one-timer at the left circle. Stopped by Brian Duncan. Nice block by him, helping out his goaltender. Johnson from the left point. D-to-D pass. Another one-timer saved by Jurek. Here, it hit off that blocker. Shot hits the stick of Hurdy, rides it up all the way into the netting.
Yeah, great job by Marty to close out on that shot to get the deflection up in the netting before he even got through to Jurek.
Park with a 1-0 lead. Still 33 seconds left to go on the power play. Bauer Newdecker waiting his turn to emerge from his prison. 12:46. Face-off won by Park.
But controlled by Benilde.
Near half wall. Another glove save by Jurek. Davis looks at that one. Top of the right circle. Took the shot. Thought he had daylight, but Jurek shut that door with that big glove save. Haggerty on the draw. Still 27 seconds on a power play that will not end.
Seems like it.
Ton of shots here, but nothing doing to this point. Davis again. Nice block by Haggerty. Squirts back out for Johnson at the near half wall. Puts it into the slot. That one fails to click. Back to the right of Jurek, all the way to the far corner. Back up top. Davis with it. Takes another wrister through a sea of bodies. That just goes far of the post. Near half wall, finally bounced out. That'll be Nicky Moran that'll dump it all the way out. He's missing a glove, so he's got to go to the bench. Icing on the power play. That's a tough bounce there for Benilde, and they're back to 5-on-5 hockey. I guess the power play was over, hence the icing.
Yeah, 8 shots on goal for Benilde already this period. Just 5 minutes in, and Orioles have 1. Got to get that ice tip back in the blue and black and orange favor here.
Here comes Park. That was a nice little back.
Oh!
Tracked down by Beaton. 2 or 3 chances there. One found the crease, and Beaton shuts it down. Faceoff coming to his left. 12:03 left to go in the second. Park still holding to the 1-0 advantage. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Shots in favor now of Benilde, 21-16. At the left point, this will be Anklam. Flips it on net, hits some bodies. Goes in the near corner. Schmoll with it at the near half wall. Looking for a pass. Gets up to Culp. Culp with a wrister from a long ways out. Beaton knocks that one down. Swallows it up, and we'll get another faceoff.
Good pressure by the Orioles there. I'm worried when they pinch that defenseman that something's going to happen. And odds are in the favor that it will eventually, and let's just hope it doesn't cause an odd man rush and a bad result for the black and orange.
Top line back out there for the Orioles, led by Purdy. Face-off one, though, by Benilde. Into the far corner. This will be Schmoll with it. Backhand pass into the slot. Rebound. Oh, that one went right through the paint as well. It looked like a dangerous opportunity there for Park, at least from this angle. But it just fails to click. Culp with it again. Tried to find Ryder. Got him on the backhand. He wasn't ready for it. Instead, it goes into the far corner. Played at the far half wall. Back behind Beaton. Benilde looking to escape.
Great job by the Benilde defenseman there to just bring it out himself.
Drags it out. Palmer with a wrister. That's another one that misses its mark. Goes high and wide. Lead pass there for Culp just fails to click. Back for Ryder. These are for Ryder again. Oh, big save by Beaton. Kicked out that left pad. Like a pinball flipper, just kicked it aside. Big hit by St. Louis Park. Kept in at the line by Anklam. Now for Schmoll. Centering pass fails to go. That'll be Culp from the point through a lot of traffic, but flagged down by Beaton, and we will get a face-off in Benilde territory.
Great pressure by the Orioles. 40 shots on goal already through a period in 7 minutes.
Fun hockey, no doubt about it. You can feel the intensity, you can feel the rivalry by these two teams. They share a barn, but they don't have a lot of love for each other, but that's what makes a great rivalry.
Yep.
And we're seeing it on display at the Rec Center in beautiful St. Louis Park.
Uh-oh.
Ryan Duncan squirts away, though. Here comes Davis. Saved by Jurek. He shows his pinball flipper, kicks that pillow out, keeps it a 1-0 hockey game. Davis with the rebound eventually. Grabbed now by Teddy Rich. Lead pass. Here they come. Liam McCoy. Oh, big save by big defensive effort by Benilde. Then he drives Liam McCoy into the goaltender. The goaltender doing a snow angel in his own crease, but that was courtesy of his own guy. Davis threw McCoy directly into his body and bodied his own goaltender into the crease.
Yeah, that I would. Oh.
Got him smashed right up against the crossbar. He goes down like a sack of potatoes, and I'm sure that could not have felt good. They call over the trainer, and they're going to come out and give the goaltender a look. A great effort there by the Orioles. Liam McCoy in by himself, but an equally great effort by Keegan Davis.
Yeah.
To thwart the effort, but in the meantime, while he got the puck off his stick, he bodied him into his own goaltender, who felt the wrath of his crossbar across the top of his back.
Yeah, it was, Orioles player couldn't quite pull away there. Looks like he's going to be up and okay. Wonder if he'll be able to.
It looked like there was a penalty too.
Yeah,
it looked like the ref put his arm in the air.
For
I have to
against
imagine.
Benilde, you mean?
Yes, I think Davis is going to the box. You can call it interference. You can call it tripping. He's stating his case there to the refs as we speak, alongside Anklam as they tend to the goaltender.
The backup Benilde goalie's out there stretching out, thinking he might have to come in. Don't know for sure what's going to happen. Wonder if he's allowed to stay in, or if he
is probably looking at an iPad back there. I mean, him and his coaching staff. I wonder if they're looking at the replay somehow. You see that in the NHL, but he's looking at something.
Wouldn't surprise me that they've already got somehow, quick replay right in front of his
I
nose
would love to know what they were
there.
looking at. But regardless,
well, it doesn't look like a penalty's been called. At least I don't.
I could have swore there was he put his arm in the air, and it was a delayed call, and then all heck broke loose when Beaton went into his own crossbar. But I think you're right. It doesn't appear that anything's going to be called, and it'll remain 5-on-5. And also it appears Beaton is going to stay in his cage. Charkut is the guy, the backup. He was on the ice at one point stretching out, but I think he's been called back to his duties on the bench, and Beaton's going to remain in the cage. That's good news for Benilde because he's played very well.
Yes.
And we're back underway. It is 5-on-5 hockey. Anklam dumps it in, played by Leo Schmoll, centering pass, intercepted by Davis. And now here come the Red Knights. Johnson with it. Drop pass for Kopishki. Takes a shot, shoots, he scores! Picks the far corner, beats Jurek's stick side. A wonderful shot from the left circle, beats the goaltender, ties the game at a goal apiece.
That's Bergen Kopishki, the junior, his 7th of the season. They just Benilde that numbers, and he was kind of the trailer and picked the puck up and had a clean shot. And unfortunately, Jurek couldn't see that one. I don't think he saw that at all. And just beat him over the.
It was a heck of a shot. He
blocked
picked
the
his
side
spot.
shoulder.
Great shot. It'll go down at exactly the 7-minute mark, and that'll pull us even at a goal apiece. Finally get one past Parker Jurek on their 23rd shot of the hockey game. And here's the call from inside the rec center. So a brand new ball game. 9:55 left to go in the second. Offensive draw for Park. Nicky Moran wins it. Back to the point. Shot towards the net by Schmoll. Kicked aside. Another big hit there. This one will be Anklam.
That's offside.
That'll be offsides. They didn't call it for some odd reason.
I
guess that was one of those where it's a judgment call. No, that's not how offsides works.
Right.
But Park says, okay, thank you. Anklam with it. Just fended away a check. Back to the point.
That was Neudecker. Uh-oh.
And now there's a breakaway pass for Benilde. Can they wrangle it in? No, he cannot.
Neudecker's going for a penalty, though. I'm not sure what they're going to get him for.
Another delayed penalty.
Slash, I'm guessing. I don't know for sure.
Beaten to the bench for the extra attacker on the delayed penalty. And here comes Benilde trying to get something going up top to the left point. Finally, Park's able to touch it. And Benilde will go back on their second power play of this second period. Neudecker to the box. Both penalties have been on Neudecker.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they called. I mean, I didn't see
Did he
anything.
infract Donovan Madsen, or was it behind the play? Madsen just couldn't catch up to the puck. And
right.
Jurek was able to fend it away. He wasn't able to get it onto his backhand. So something must have happened behind the play. And Neudecker will pay the price.
See if we can get what the call was. I don't know if they got him for slashing or either way.
Yep, Benilde on their second power play of the contest. Nice block there by Hurdy. Bad angle, back up to the left point. D-to-D pass from the right circle. Another shot by Davis, hits a skate and goes into the netting.
Still waiting for the call over there from the bench. Nice stick work again by the Orioles defense to pop that up into the netting before it got through to Jurek. Oh,
one-timer there by Benilde. Hits a body.
Great job by Culp to get his body on that shot.
Out to center ice, and he's in pursuit on the back check. Trying to kill off this second penalty for the Orioles. Second power play for the Red Knights in the slot. Fans on the shot. Park able to get it out to neutral ice. 8:30 left to go in the period. 90 seconds on the penalty to Neudecker. For Brian Duncan. Home run pass, shorthanded. Intercepted by Johnson of the Red Knights.
Oh, watch out, fans.
Into the crowd. And I don't think hit anyone. Hit some concrete. There's a smiling lass out there with throws it back out there. Always dangerous when the puck comes into the stands, but no one was looking at their phone.
Right.
The pace of play is too good. No time to look at Twitter or Instagram. We're all focusing on the play, so everyone saw that puck coming. Everyone was ready for it. Puck is down. Hurdy trying to get control of it. Goes into his feet. Back up to the point. Johnson, another one-timer from the right circle. Doing some damage to the glass behind Parker Jurek. Here comes Culp. If he looks up, he's got Hurdy. Hurdy with it now. He's got Culp. Does he take it? He does! Tries to get it on net. Just a little out of his reach. Some good synergy there by Hurdy and Culp. Just failed to click. Anklin with it now. Dumps it back out to center ice. Great way to kill a penalty. Still 40 seconds left to go in the power play for Benilde. 7:38 left to go in period number 2. 1-1 from St. Louis Park.
Orioles got fans. 2 new forwards on the PK right now.
Some fresh legs, that will help, and they're going to need them. I don't think we've heard the last from this Benilde power plays. They still have 20 seconds to work, but Anklin strips it away. Takes the mail all by himself up the red line. 2-on-1 develops. Steps around the defense. Centering pass. Nicky Moran stopped by Beaton. One-timer there now by Schmall. That's stopped by Beaton. What a way to kill a penalty. Put a couple of shots on Alex Beaton. Neudecker emerges, goes to the bench. 5-on-5 hockey once again. Here comes Schmall with it. Leaves it off. Saved by Beaton. Put the glove on it. Couldn't control it though. He's without a stick. Park sees that. Anklin with a shot towards the net. Finally, Benilde says, enough. They send it the length of the ice. They catch their breath. Icing. But Beaton's going to have company. Holy moly, did that come out of nowhere. Couple of chances shorthanded, and then once they were back to 5-on-5, Park with another couple of great chances.
Yeah, Benilde was kind of scrambling right there at the end of their penalty, their power play, and then after it was over, like you said, the Orioles had much better chances on that. There's another quick shot. Oh!
That one just misses its mark. Duncan. That's Cam Jackson. Back up the board. Played by Brian Duncan. He can't keep it in, so just flip it out. And here come the Red Knights in those white jerseys. Sea of white jerseys, looking to set something up from the right point, right in front of Ken Pauley.
Here's
dropped in, and now here we go. Ollie Culp, all by himself. Can he finish it? Takes the shot. Saved by Beaton. Woo! What an opportunity there for Park that emerged. A nice little play led by Ollie Culp. And icing will be the call. The Benilde fans wanted a penalty on Finn Rider. Won't happen. Icing is the call.
Wow, that's the second time Culp has been. Wasn't that with him before that got plowed into the goalie? Was that Culp?
No, that was Schmall.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Orioles come back. They've tied the shots on goal now. Yep. That last little flurry the past 90 seconds. Still tied at 1 though.
Haggerty on the dot to Beaton's left. Face-off won by Benilde. They'll throw it out, and that should come back. It will be an icing. We'll do it again.
I don't know if that was a set play that they have there. They just didn't get their winger over there, or if not sure why that happened. Sometimes they'll run that player. If you win the face-off, they'll send a winger over to the board there, and that's easy clear.
Park gets a full change, so 5 new bodies out there, led by Nicky Moran on the dot. Moran, Neudecker, and Huddick. At the right wing for Benilde. Dump and chase. Anklin beats him to the puck, pays the price, squirts out for Benilde. Back behind the cage, tries to stuff it. It got through. Jurek able to maintain that wall on the short side. Anklin now back out to center ice. Grabbed by Benilde. Intercepted by Moran. Steps over the red line and dumps it deep. Played by Beaton. Left for his defense. Tries to get it out. Hit some legs. Moran almost had a gift, but that just failed to develop. Anklin with it again. Off now for Hudek. He'll dump and chase. And Benilde will be the first one there. Big hit delivered by Neudecker.
Shocker.
Yep, loves to throw that body.
He goes off for a change.
He's got plenty of energy. He's having served 4 minutes already in penalties. Gets a chance to stretch those legs, goes back to the bench. Schmall back up to the point, and here we go for St. Louis Park. Teddy Rich with it. Has McCoy. Keeps it. Takes it. Saved by Beaton. May have gone off his glove. May have gone off his mask. Ends up in the netting. And it remains a 1-1 hockey game.
Great job by Beaton there to come out and challenge the shooter and cut that angle down. Teddy just couldn't quite find. He was looking for bar down. Just not quite got there. Like I say, I think it went off of Beaton's shoulder and up into the netting.
Haggerty on the draw, won by Benilde at the point. Fails to keep it in as Brian Duncan goes all the way down to the left of Jurek. Around the boards, back out to center ice, and here comes Liam McCoy. Drop pass for Haggerty. Dumps it in, intercepted by Benilde. Quick pass for Quirk. Taken away by Jackson. Jackson with it now. Leaves it for McCoy. Leaves it back for Jackson. Jackson in the near corner. Takes the shot. Big, juicy rebound on the backhand. Couldn't get it quite past Beaton.
That was Teddy Rich. Unfortunately, he was on his backhand there and couldn't get a lot on the shot.
Some fancy passing there by the Orioles. Fancy stick moves by Quirk. Read, though, by St. Louis Park. They'll throw it down. They signaled for icing. That won't have enough steam to get there. So Benilde plays it. Left for Culp. Davis with it now. All by himself, splits the defense, takes the shot, just misses the far corner.
Right over the top of the net.
And here comes McCoy, who's had a lengthy shift. He dumps it and goes off for a line change. Purdy's there, turnover, and that will be offsides. Thought he waited long enough, he did not. The ref says here offsides.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I don't either, but they'll take it.
I'm sitting right here, that looked pretty good to me, but yes, Orioles will take it.
Down to 3:25 left to go in the second. Park scored in the first. Benilde answered in the second. And here we go. Schmall over for Anklin. Left for Hurdy, just out of his reach. Beaton doesn't like what he sees, so he puts his glove on it. And we'll get a face-off to his right.
They counted that as a shot on goal. I guess technically it is, but is it? No wonder we're at 51 shots on goal through for both teams.
I think most of them are legit. Some of them may be in a gray area. Either way, Nicky Moran over for Neudecker. Back behind the cage. Near half, another big hit. Of course, that's Neudecker. 2-on-1, nice read there by Anklin. Stick gets thrown into the wickets. He's able to dodge that. Sends it into the far side for Neudecker. Intercepted by Benilde. Nice sidestep there by the Red Knights. Hits a stick, rides its way into the protective netting.
Another great job by the Orioles defense. Doesn't let that shot get through. You know, I'm watching. I remember watching Owen Anklin 2 years ago as a sophomore. And I thought this kid's going to be special, and he certainly has. He's definitely, I would say, going to be playing somewhere at the next level.
Yeah, rightfully so. Wearing a letter on his uniform. Definitely a leader.
Big kid. Good with the stick, doesn't panic.
Not a lot of seniors on this team, and they all stand out for sure.
Oh, they just missed. There's a shot.
One-timer for Schmall from the right point. Gobbled up by the goaltender. Words exchanged once again, but that seems to be the way it is every time there's a whistle. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in period number 2 from St. Louis Park. Thank you for checking us out on Park TV. I'm Kevin Falness along with Tommy Rempher. Paul Broden is here. We got Curtis and Katrina on the cameras, bringing you the sights and sounds of this boys high school match in the Metro West from St. Louis Park. Here come the Red Knights trying to grab position, but they can't do it. Knocked off the puck by Anklem, left for Finn Ryder. Home run pass fails to go. Bounces in on Jurek. Schmoll's waiting to see who's going to come up his backside. Able to get it free, and Schmoll with it again.
Use that big body to shield the.
He looked in the rear view. He said,
Yeah.
"Okay, you want some?" They said, "Nah, not really." Actually, nah, I don't. No, thanks, Mr. Schmoll.
Yeah.
Anklem in his own end, flips it out to Culp. A one-on-one opportunity. Culp feeds the slot. And that just fails to click. Purdy with it now, just inside the blue line. It's a 2-on-1 developing the other way. Led by Davis. Keeps it, takes the shot. Saved by Jurek.
Good job by Parker to come out and challenge that shot.
From the right point, over for Johnson on the left side. At the near half wall, up top for Johnson. D-to-D pass. Quick shot here for Work. Up top for Johnson. Another D-to-D pass. All the way through. Taken by Jurek. Sees it the whole way.
Easy save for Parker.
Soft little wrister from the right point by Keegan Davis. And we're down to 70 seconds in period number 2, 1-1 from St. Louis Park.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about players playing at the next level. Did you see that Johnny Sorensen, former Oriole player, was just named captain of the
Iowa Heartlanders?
The Iowa Heartlanders.
Absolutely.
A wild team.
Yep. They're ECHL team, if I am correct.
Yep,
it feeds into the AHL. And
down in Coralville, which is about East Central Iowa.
Yeah, that kid has had one heck of a road to where he is now.
Yeah.
Going to Alaska and playing for the Gophers, of course, and now in the ECHL, making a living. Good for him. 42 seconds, intercepted by Davis. Davis takes the shot. He misses the net. High and wide of the crossbar. Leaves a nice pass, though, for Kirschner, and that is a expensive
shot
block for Teddy Rich. The stick goes into 2 pieces. My heart breaks for his father.
Yeah, he took one for the team, definitely there.
Yep. Make it count. That'll leave 32.3 seconds left on the clock. Benilde out shooting the Orioles 29-27, but as we stand, still 1-1. Schmoll tries to wand it out the side. Grabbed by Culp just out the blue line. That was also offsides. They did not blow it dead. So here comes Schmoll with it. Just takes the shot, waved that by Beaton. Schmoll tries to come around. 2 guys meet him back behind the net. Nice save by Beaton.
Good job by Hurdy to just clear the puck there.
Beaton 27 saves thus far compared to 28 for Parker Jurek. If they count that as a shot, we're going to be even at 29 apiece. To this point, they haven't pressed that button. Yes, they did. So 28 saves on both ends of the ice. Shots are even at 29 apiece. Goals are even at 1 apiece. The scoring started in the first period, 3:11 into the contest. Finn Ryder gets his 6th of the season. Makes it a 1-0 hockey game, assisted by Culp and Jackson. Go to the second, though, and it is the Red Knights that are able to pull even. Bergen Kopishki gets his 7th of the year. Makes it a 1-1 hockey game. 7 minutes into the second, and that's where we sit through 2 periods. It was a fun first period. I thought it was a fun second period as well, Tommy.
It certainly was, as wide open as the first. 15, 16 shots on goal. After 2, they're tied at 29. Quite an offensive barrage by both teams. Goalies are certainly staying busy, and it's going to come down to 17 here in about 15 minutes. So we shall see what happens. Next goal is going to be big, Kevin.
It's been good hockey. It's been physical, and it's been really right to the wire to wire. It's been a good one. So we'll take a break, and then when we continue, we'll have the 3rd period from the Rec Center in St. Louis Park. Again, that's Tommy Remfer. I'm Kevin Falness, along with Paul Broden, Curtis, and Katrina on the cameras. You're watching Park TV. 3rd period coming your way shortly here from St. Louis Park.
MS is a hard one to explain to somebody. In my situation, it's very invisible.
It's a daily battle sometimes. How am I going to feel today?
Walk MS is like walking into a world that you belong to.
Happiness Meet with other people who have MS. Have a great support group.
The idea of MS and living with such a chronic disease can be scary at times. That day is just about being amongst people and seeing the hope.
You see 3,000 people come to say, we're gonna fight this thing with you, no matter how long it takes or what it takes.
It's beautiful. It's like a sea of circles, never-ending love, you know?
We need the support. That's our support group.
A cure is on the line for me.
For me.
For me.
A cure is on the line for all of us.
Welcome back to the St. Louis Park Rec Center. We've got a good one, and the final frame is coming up through 2 periods. St. Louis Park and Benilde-St. Margaret's even at a goal apiece. Your scoring summary looks like this. Park got on the board first. Finn Ryder with his 6th of the year, 3:11 into the contest. That's your score after 1 period of play. And then the Red Knights answered in the second. 7 minutes into period number 2, Bergen Kopishki with his 7th of the year pulls the game even, and that's where we sit through 2 periods. Thus far, Park 0 for 1 on the power play. Benilde 0 for 2 with the man advantage. Shots are even at 29 apiece in that second period. Benilde with a slight edge, 16-15. So we've got a good one. Can't wait to see how this one ends. Kevin Falness along with Tommy Rempher, and this has been a blast, Tommy. I'm glad we were able to take this in firsthand.
Yeah, it certainly has been a great game so far. Lots of back and forth action, obviously, with nearly 60 shots on goal through 2. I expect to see more of that. Next goal is going to be big, Kevin. Next goal is going to be very big.
And here we go. Third period is underway. Dumped in right off the bat by Nick Johnson for Benilde in the far corner. That's Leo Schmoll. Leaves it off for Anklem. Tries to put it in the near half wall. Intercepted there by Benilde. Anklem with it around the end boards. In pursuit is Teddy Rich. Just goes outside the blue line. They did call this one a delayed offsides. So a little free ice here for St. Louis Park. Anklem back out for Rich. Grabbed by the Benilde goal scorer, Liam McCoy. Knocked off the puck, Nick Johnson. McCoy in the near corner to our broadcast left. Centering pass for Culp, just fans on it. Right on the inside hash marks, right in front of Alex Beaton.
Just off the heel of his stick, unfortunately.
He parted Beaton's hair. The wind off of that whiff was so significant. Right through his helmet. Kicked out by McCoy. Played for Anklem. He's knocked off the puck. Anklem. And a nice little move here by Davis. Looking for the lead pass. Sends it too far for Quirk.
I thought that was going to be trouble. A little 2-on-1. 2 of their leading scorers.
Here comes Park again. Leo Schmoll has it taken off of his stick. And here comes Quirk again. Drop pass for Davis. Sends it to the crease. Right toe save by Parker Jurek.
Yeah,
what reflexes.
Yeah, I don't know that he saw that. It was a screen, and
he had
was able to kick
the far low spot picked out in that net. And a nice little kick save by Parker Jurek to save the day.
Yeah, it certainly was. Big game for both teams here as far as the conference standings goes. Two teams are both chasing Jefferson. Both of these teams have 1 game against Jefferson. Still remaining.
Was blocked there by St. Louis Park. In the near corner, tries to get it out. Squirts free finally up top for Benilde. Kept in at the left circle. In the slot. Saved by Jurek. That one kind of merged out of nowhere.
Yeah, it just laid everybody's feet out in the slot and popped onto a white jersey.
In the near corner once again, Sia Bodies looking for separation. Finally comes out to the point. For Benilde, centering pass. Taken away by St. Louis Park. At the left circle. Nice job by Cam Jackson. Gets it through his skates. Sends it the length of the ice, and an icing call. That was what we got.
Braden Newdecker just taking the trouble off. Going to go for a line change. Looks like the Orioles are going to bring out their. Well, I thought they were bringing their first line out, but it looks like maybe they got the second line. So Poly, as the home team, can make a change if he so likes. You don't see it very often at high school hockey, but they do have the option.
It is the second line. Haggerty flanked by Rich and McCoy. Up top for Rich, leaves it for McCoy. McCoy down the right wing, tries to squeeze past. He does. Grabbed though by Benilde, and they'll send it out. Hanklem feels Doloff in pursuit. Goes back behind Jurek, tries to block Doloff's vision. I don't know if it was effective, but it was fun to watch. Another shot, this one from Raymond. Glove saved by Jurek. Another faceoff coming on the Park side of the ice.
First 3 shots on goal this period, 3 minutes in, coming from the Red Knights. Pretty harmless ones. Orioles still looking for their first shot in the third period.
2:53 into this third period, even at a goal apiece. Great crowd here at the rec center. Both sides very well represented in the crowd. Blocker saved by Jurek, sends it in the near corner, redirection. Found by Schmull, sends it the length of the ice, and they wave off the icing. McCoy sees that. Creates some distraction. Hurdy in pursuit of Johnson. Johnson all by himself. Hit off the puck by Culp. Left for Schmull. Odd man break if they hurry. Here comes Hurdy. Looking for the feed. Hits a skate as he tries to get it through for Finn Ryder, looking for his second of the hockey game. Fans on that one. Yep, just in the left circle. Dumped in by Anklem.
Orioles have to
touch up the offsides. Yep. Back to action we go. Grayson Quirk on the left side. Gets the shot, saved by Jurek. Gets the glove on it. Had trouble squeezing it, but just jumps on it. We'll get a face-off to his right. 13-13 left to go in this third period.
Every shift, every play, every touch of the puck is going to be important for both teams here. The third period in a tight game. You don't want short shifts. You don't want to get out there and get tired. But I'm sure that both teams will be riding their first and second lines heavily.
Oh, they score! Right off the face-off for Benilde. One back to the left point. And it's a wrister from atop the left circle. And it's going to be Charlie Moe from the defensive spot.
His first goal of the season.
Two unanswered goals by the Red Knights. This one comes in the third period.
And you could tell Parker did not see that one at all. Coach Broderson talking to the official down there, not sure what it's about. Either way, it looks like Benilde will take a 2-1 lead with 13 minutes to go. Like I said, that was...
He's animated too. Whatever he's saying, he's making sure his opinion is heard. So that'll come 3:50 into this third period. Two unanswered goals by Benilde, the second of which goes to Charlie Moe. Like Tommy says, his first of the season. Breaks the 1-1 tie. That's played with a high stick. No. Batted down. And here come the Red Knights. Owen Anklem, though, in pursuit. Knocks Davis off the puck. Wraparound chance for Benilde. Hits Haggerty in the skate. Here comes McCoy. Big collision. McCoy and Nick Johnson just meet each other with some force at the red line. Culp with it now, forces the turnover. Knocked off the puck as of his own doing. Another big hit there by McCoy. And here's a breakaway now for Davis. Unable to grab that puck. Bounces away for him. The physics betray him.
Get the assists on here.
Here comes Park. Hurdy with it. Saucer pass for Culp. Taken away by Benilde. Down the right side. Shot saved by Jurek. Hurdy with it. Up for Culp on the left wing. Drop pass. Two.
Looking for Finn Ryder there with a head of steam.
Too violent for Ryder. He can't get it. Instead, it's a turnover. Dumped in here by Benilde. Touched on the other side of the red line, so they'll wave off the icing.
Orioles still looking for their first shot on net.
It could come right
that
here.
Should be
Ryder
offsides.
Drop pass save by Beaton. What a setup for Ollie Culp. He got the shot away with force. Didn't fan on that one.
Yeah,
but a monster save by the Benilde goaltender.
And that was probably 2 to 3 feet offside. And you can see Polly over there yelling at the linesman. How did
His
you
jaw
miss
is still
that?
agape. Doloff at this point. This is Ryder trying to create some problems. Backhand flips it in to the far corner. Nicky Moran with a violent check in the to the left of Beaton. All the way down, and it will be an icing.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen that puck go in the net and just Benilde bench. There would have been a coronary over there as that was clearly offsides.
Yep. Either way, offensive zone face-off for St. Louis Park. Nicky Moran on the dot. Just had a huge collision in the far corner, back in this end of the ice. Uh-oh. I saw that one develop. That was Neudecker again. He's going to the box for the 3rd time. That's a delayed penalty. He took the kid's head and pushed it into the glass. The ref saw it happen right in front of his face. And Neudecker's going to the box for the 3rd time. Thus far, it hasn't bit the Orioles. Benilde 0 for 2 with a man advantage, but they're going to get a 3rd crack as Neudecker gets his 3rd trip to the sin bin.
Yeah, and it's hard. They haven't scored, but it's also hard for you to score and get back in it when you're playing shorthanded. I'm sure Coach Broderson can't be happy about that.
I'll tell you this, and the last time the Benilde had their power play, Park had probably their 2 best chances of the 2nd period with a shorthanded chances.
Yep.
So we'll see what develops here. One-timer save by Jurek. Read that one like a book. Davis from the top of the right point now gives it up to the left circle.
Oh!
Fans on it, and it sets up an opportunity here for the Red Knights. Blocked by the Park penalty killers. Hurdy leaves it. It's a 2-on-0. 2-on-0 for St. Louis Park. Led by Leo Schmall. Gives it to Culp. He scores! A shorty for Schmall. And we're even at 2 apiece.
Yeah, you called it, Kevin. Orioles had their best chance last time that Benilde had a power play, and I don't know what Benilde was thinking there. They had 5 guys basically down below the faceoff dots, and the Orioles had a 2-on-0 breakaway on the penalty kill. You don't see that very often.
What a give and go for Leo Schmall and Ollie Culp. I thought it was a poor idea to make that last pass. Leo Schmall able to deliver it, though. His 16th of the season. It comes with a shorty. 6:43 of the 3rd, and it is 2-2 here at the Rec Center in St. Louis Park. What a battle we've got here in the Metro West. At the near half wall, play back underway. Still a power play here for Benilde. Let's not forget that.
Let's hope the Orioles can hold them off for the rest of this. Another minute and 10 seconds.
Some of their best action has come with the shorthanded attempts. Puck comes off, or the net comes off its moorings. They keep play underway, though. Johnson, another turnover here, grabbed by Haggerty. He'll dump it into the far corner. Nicky Moran loves to throw the body, sends it towards Keegan Davis. And coming out of the fray, here comes Benilde at the left circle for Grayson Quirk. Another turnover. Ollie Culp once again. Boy, he didn't take long to charge that battery. That was a long setup between him and Leo Schmall. Goes to the box, catches his breath, or goes to the bench, catches his breath. He's right back out there for the PK. 29 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Red Knights.
Probably one more chance on their power play.
Grayson Kirk all the way by himself. Big rebound off the end board. St. Louis Park able to gather it in, though. Almost for Hurdy, but grabbed by Davis. Hits Anklam right in the legs. Davis again from the right dot. Big save by Parker Jurek. Right into his vision. 1 and back to 5-on-5 hockey. Neudecker breathes a sigh of relief. Not only did they kill the penalty, they scored a shorty to tie the game at 2 apiece.
Oh, that was just missed the
That was
there.
a locomotive led by Hattelstead. And he had Ollie Culp in his vision, but Culp did the matrix like at the last second.
Yeah, he certainly did just miss that massive collision at center ice.
That would have put his left shoulder on his right side, and that's not where it belongs.
No. You wonder if Mr. Neudecker will see any more ice time the rest of the period here after being...
He's a physical predator. There's a puck bouncing around like popcorn off that blue paint. Jurek, you speak about the matrix, kind of like in slow motion, sees that puck, flags it out of midair, and he'll take a nice deep sigh of relief. Nice catch his breath as he takes that helmet off.
I think both teams, I know the Orioles, Purdy had a shorthanded goal a couple games ago. And I believe that someone from Benilde did too. So certainly not where you expect the goals to come from, but we'll take them however we can get them.
Pair of goals in this third period, one for each side, keeps us at 2-2. Haggerty with a shot. 5-hole shut down by Beaton. Kicks it into the netting, and that will give us another face-off. 7:55 left to go in regulation, and we got a good one here at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Benilde-St. Margaret's 2, the St. Louis Park Orioles 2 as well.
Yeah, shots up to 70 between the two teams. 38 for the Red Knights and 32 for the Orioles.
Purdy on the draw, offensive zone faceoff. One back to Finn Ryder, takes the quick shot, gets it to his skates, kicks it into that corner. Centering pass by Culp. That goes all the way through the slot, and now in the far corner. Park trying to gain possession, but here come the Red Knights.
That was gutsy, trying to come right up the middle.
That's frowned upon typically. A little more prevalent these days. Still don't like that. That's not the escape route that I think most goaltenders would like you to use. Go left, go right, don't go middle.
Yep, keep it out in front of me.
Big collision led by Brian Duncan. In the corner, back for Ryder. Turnover up top for Johnson from the right side. Gloved by Jurek. If he can see it, he's stopping it. Got his glove on that one as well.
That was the 40th shot on net for Benilde.
Down to 7:10 left in regulation. 2-2 is your score. Face off to the left of Jurek. Haggerty on the dot. Battle of the 23s. Raymond goes for Benilde. Won by Raymond, but in pursuit it's McCoy. Up the left side. Tries to pass. Hits a couple of legs. Dumps it in. Park has to touch up. And everybody's back on sides. Haggerty creating some congestion. Out for Kasica. Dumped in by Park. 6:45 and counting. In this thriller on a Tuesday night from St. Louis Park, Liam McCoy sticks in his legs. No call with it. Ooh, centering pass there by Anklem for McCoy, who was waiting for it. That one didn't get through. Nice. Now here comes Benilde back up to top. Hoisted in by Anklem. Here comes Moe. Has his first goal of the season, looking for a second. Centering pass in the slot. Saved by Jurek. That puck sat there what probably felt like an eternity.
Yes.
As he finally is able to dive on it, smother it. Another face-off coming.
Kind of reached out for it and couldn't quite get it and had to reach a little further to cover. Unfortunately, there was no Benilde player waiting for it.
Dangerous spot for a puck to leave, sit unattended. Kirshner on the draw here for Benilde. Purdy for St. Louis Park. Won by Kirshner. Up top for Johnson. Thinks about the wrister and said he'll send it into the near corner all the way around. Rims the end boards. Kicked out by Cam Jackson. Played now by Kopishki, one of the 2 goal scorers thus far for Benilde. Back for Cam Jackson. Leaves it for Culp. Drop pass for Hurry. Off for Finn Ryder. Ryder with it, back for Culp. Can he get the shot?
Oh!
Leaves a lot of congestion there in the slot. Delayed offsides. Everyone touches up.
Tried to do a little toe drag there and just couldn't quite get control of the puck again.
Trying to cut through 3 white jerseys. It did not work for him. Davis now, rim of the circle. Here comes Park. Hurdy with it. Out to center ice. Culp tries to get past Davis. Davis's wide body doesn't allow that. Davis instead flips it off the window and gets it back out to center ice. At the Park blue line, grabbed by Hurdy, sends it the length of the ice. He needs a breather.
Not sure why he did that, but doesn't hurt you as much in the high school level.
Nope.
You have the defensive zone face-off, but you do get to change the players. So maybe he just needed a break. And
I think that's it. Needed a breather. And we do the same. 5:06 left to go in regulation. Defensive zone draw here for Haggerty on the dot for St. Louis Park. He's able to get it to his skates. Up the wing for Teddy Rich. Leaves it for McCoy. McCoy. Nice defensive effort there by Benilde. Unable to get the shot
off. Yeah.
Goes way high. Field that punt. I can't believe it didn't hit one of those banners or the rafters or a light or an airplane that was flying by. None of that.
It was way up there.
It's an icing. 4:42 left to go. Shots in favor of Benilde 40-33, but where it counts the most, the scoreboard says it's 2-2 late in the third period.
Oh.
Nicky Moran on the draw.
Neudecker is found.
He's back
out
again
on the ice. He's probably been told watch your stick, watch your arms, watch your shoulders, just skate hard. And
3 penalties on the game for St. Louis Park. All 3 of them have gone to Braden Neudecker. But if you're just joining, another big hit for Neudecker. If you're just joining us, the Park not only kills off all 3 penalties, they actually got a shorty during his last stay in the sin bin to tie the game at 2 apiece. It was Leo Schmull with his 16th of the year, despite being down a man.
Oh, that'll be upstairs.
That one definitely hit some low-hanging fruit.
HVAC upstairs.
Yeah.
Orioles come back out with their first line.
I would love to have Neudecker mic'd up right now. He's constantly talking.
Yes, he certainly is. I never did anything wrong. What are you calling a penalty on me for?
Love it. All right, just over 4 minutes left to go. Face-off won by Hurdy. Back to Culp at the point. Directed in by Schmull. In the near corner to our broadcast left. Kept in by Anklin. Big rebound for Hurdy. Grabbed by Benilde, and now out at center ice. This will be Kirshner with it. Stopped by Finrider. Here he comes down the left side. Centering pass in pursuit. That's Hurdy, who saw some daylight there for a second. Alex Beaton able to beat him to the puck. Some rough stuff here. Right in front of the ref, so apparently they were okay with what they saw, but it looks like there's a warning coming.
Yeah.
That's Keegan Davis. It was Davis on Hurdy, and he's admonishing him, don't do it again. You got away with one.
Next time I won't be so nice.
Yep. Draw one by Benilde. Rims around the end boards. Leo Schmull adding to the confusion. Left for Davis on the right point. Steps over the blue line. Drop pass. Intercepted by Ryder. Now out for Schmull on the right side. Already a goal on the game. The shorty tied the game at 2 apiece. Tried to feed the slot. Ryder unable to get to it. Comes into the near wall. Big hit delivered on Marty Hurdy. Up top, Finrider able to gather it in. Squeezes down the right side, cuts to the net, tries the stuff job, saved by Beaton. That might have hit the outside of the cage. From this angle, it looked pretty good. Davis with it now. Drop pass for Quirk. Back for Davis. Fans on the shot. Prime scoring spot.
Boy, was that
just
ever.
Inside the right circle, but he fails to get any wood on it. Hurdy with it. He got some wood on it. Saved by Beaton. And with 2:51 left to go in regulation, Park's going to have an offensive draw.
Wow. Yeah, that was a big fan there. He certainly was right down in the slot. The great scoring opportunity. No pressure. I'm not sure what happened there.
Haggerty on the dot for St. Louis Park. Tries to swing it back. Does get it out. Shot bounces in through the blue paint. That was Liam McCoy with it. Teddy Rich. Up top, this would be Cam Jackson, keeps it in for Liam McCoy. Now for Haggerty. Haggerty. Drop pass for McCoy, but he's stunned back there, and a big hit delivered. Stands up and shows, yeah, you know what, I am okay.
Yeah, something happened. He certainly was stunned.
Bouncing puck, that's a delayed offsides. They didn't touch up, so still.
Gives the Orioles a chance to break out.
Free ice for St. Louis Park. Back out to neutral ice. Eddie Rich out for Liam McCoy, still angered.
Yeah, he's still out there.
This will be another delayed offsides.
I'm guessing he'll be going, yeah, he goes into the bench now. Just under 2 minutes to play.
A minute 55 and counting. 2-2 from St. Louis Park. Dumped in by Nick Johnson on net.
Oh.
That might have hit a body again on the bench. They don't call it. Instead, the puck, another prime scoring opportunity for Benilde. That just fails to click. Minute 35 left to go in this one. Quirk doesn't see it. It's at his feet. Gets it out for Kirshner. Kirshner dumps it in. Back behind Jurek. Right in the near corner. The near half wall. Johnson with it. Lug in the mail. Tries to drive the crease. Instead, Park able to clear it down, and they would need a breath of fresh air. They'll get it in the form of an icing call with 69 seconds left to go in this hockey game. At least the regulation portion.
Correct. 29, let's see. Park's got 6 shots on goal this period. Benilde's got 14.
Yep. And it looks like a timeout here for Ken Pauley and the Red Knights. I would assume they're the ones that called it as they get an offensive draw. Again, a minute 9 left to go in this game. 2-2. Let's reset where we're at. The Orioles scored first, 3:11 into the contest. Finn Rider with his 6th of the season gave the Orioles the first goal of the hockey game. Next 2 though go to Benilde. Kopishki with his 7th of the season gives them, pulls it even at a goal apiece 7 minutes into the second. Then Charlie Moe, his first goal of the season from the left point, beats Jurek. 3:50 into the third. Benilde has their first lead of the hockey game, and then it comes down to a shorthanded opportunity for St. Louis Park. Neudecker in the box for the 3rd time in the hockey game, but Leo Schmoll and Ollie Culp play catch. Finished off by Schmoll, 16th of the season. It's Shorty, 6:43 of the third, and that's where we sit. 2-2 is your score here with a minute 9 left to go in this hockey game.
Yeah, it's going to be a nail-biter here for minute 9. Maybe we'll see overtime. Maybe we won't. We'll find out. Orioles got 3 games left on their schedule after tonight. They're at home here Saturday against New Prague, a team they just lost to 4-1 a couple weeks ago, and then they at Orono, and then the last game of the season they play is Bloomington here in St. Louis Park, which if the Orioles win out, or at least don't lose anymore, that Jefferson St. Louis Park game potentially could be for the conference championship.
Big draw win here by St. Louis Park, but it's Benilde able to get it back to the point. Saved by Jurek. Minute left to go in this hockey game. Cleared out here by St. Louis Park. Ollie Culp with it. Leaves it for Schmoll. He cuts down the right side. Sees Culp cut into the net. He's interfered by Johnson, and no shot is delivered. Another broken stick. That's going to be Anklem. Drop the stick, son. There we go. He gets rid of it. Down to 40 seconds left to go in this game. 2-2 is the score. Anklem to the bench for a new twig. Puck goes all the way down, and that will be an icy and another offensive draw for Benilde with 35.5 seconds left to go in a 2-2 hockey game.
Yeah, I was looking over at the equipment guy over there for St. Louis Park, and he had that stick sticking out for Owen. Skated over there. I thought sometimes they just go into the bench and someone will come out, but
big draw here for St. Louis Park. Their top guy, Hurdy, on the draw to the right of Jurek, won by Hurdy. Played here by Schmoll. Up the left side for Culp. Finds Haggerty. Behind the net to Kirshner.
20 seconds left.
Culp creating problems in the near corner. Squirts out to Beaton. He's forced to cover it. And this is going to be an offensive draw for St. Louis Park with just 17.6 seconds left in regulation. Could be a good place for Park to use their timeout. They decline to. So here comes Hurdy. Face off one, back to Anklum.
Oh no! Oh no!
All by himself. Can he get the shot away? He does. Saved by Jurek! Keeps it a 2-2 hockey game. Save of the game for Parker Jurek with the game on the line. Davis with a breakaway. Last guy you want to see.
Boy,
with
was
a
that
1-on-0, and Jurek says, not today. We're saving the game, and we're going to push it past regulation.
Wow, that was absolutely what you did not want to see St. Louis Park do, playing with the puck at their own blue line and then turning it over, giving the Benilde the excellent opportunity. I think that's his second breakaway that Davis has had, that Jurek's got the better of him.
Keegan Davis, 17 goals, 35 points in 19 games. Almost had goal number 18 as he goes in all by himself. Anklum in pursuit, didn't catch him. He got the shot away clean, but Parker Jurek, the save of the game in the waning seconds of regulation, makes the huge stop and keeps this a 2-2 hockey game. Both teams have about 2.5 minutes now to catch their breath before we have an exciting finish in the form of overtime hockey.
Yeah, 7 shots on goal for St. Louis Park that period, 15 for Benilde before we head into the overtime. So definitely ice tilted in favor of Benilde that third period. Both teams scored a goal. That's all that really matters, including a big shorthanded goal from St. Louis Park to get them tied up. Be interesting to see. Did they switch ends, Kevin? I'm not sure. I don't know if they do.
I don't believe so.
Not at the high school level.
I could be absolutely wrong. Oh, this has been a fun hockey game, though.
Boy, it certainly has. Certainly has. See Coach Pauley over there drawing up plays on the whiteboard, pleading with his team. Coach Broderson chatting with his team, probably just more about getting these guys a rest right now. They get their top line back out there so they can have a good, strong first shift. Probably see their top 2 lines just swing back and forth for the 5 minutes overtime.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Well, it looks like they are switching ends.
They are switching sides.
That'll add a little complexity to it as you have a long change.
Alex Beaton heading down to our broadcast right. Parker Jurek still helmetless. I guarantee, I don't know a lot, Tommy, but I would bet he'll put that helmet on to start overtime.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna guess.
You're gonna go out on a limb there.
Yeah. The days of Gump Worsley and Jacques Plante, those are long gone.
Yeah, thank God. It's amazing that actually there was NHL goalies that played without a helmet on when you see what goes on.
Back in the day. Not today.
No.
Parker Jurek is ready. He's got his helmet on. He's got his gloves going.
He's got a water bottle.
Feeling good with that big save he had at the horn. Stopping Keegan Davis. What's he got up his sleeve for the overtime period?
We skate 5-on-5.
2-2 is your score, and we're going to OT from the Rec Center in St. Louis Park. Thanks for joining us for a good one here on Park TV.
So it looks like the Orioles come out with their second line. Benilde's going to send its first line out.
Haggerty in the middle. They got Teddy Rich on one side, Liam McCoy on the other. Schmoll and Anklum at the blue line, and we are underway. Overtime in St. Louis Park.
This place is going to get real loud if something does happen.
Every time something happens, they're going to make some noise. Kopechki with the first chance for Benilde. Squeezed off the puck by Schmoll. Sending it up top. Wrangled in just in the nick of time by Johnson. Bouncing puck. Knocked down by St. Louis Park. That was Teddy Rich. Back up to Johnson. Pitchforks it into center ice, and now this would be Liam McCoy in pursuit. All by himself on the left side, takes the shot. Throws it back behind Beaton. Johnson with it now for Benilde. Leaves it for Kopechki. Kopechki from the left dot, up for Davis. To the right side, takes the shot, saved by Jurek. Grayson Quirk with a lot of torque on that shot.
Yes.
But as has been the case for a lot of this hockey game, Parker Jurek sees it, he stops it. Davis all by himself. Knocked off by Anklum. The far side, the far half wall. Played by Raymond. Tried to find a guy behind the net. That didn't work. Leo Schmall, home run pass. Saw Finn Ryder. Lots of white jerseys though, creating chaos in the Park offensive zone.
Great
nice takeaway here by Anklum.
Unfortunately, most of his team had bailed.
They didn't expect it. Ollie Culp just took was the recipient of a swing, didn't take a swing. He got one when he lowered his shoulder into the abdomen of a Benilde forward. And here they come, Donovan Madsen. Black jerseys everywhere. Nowhere for him to go. Finally squeezed off the puck by Brian Duncan. Up here for Teddy Rich. And here comes Liam McCoy. Tries to split the defense. Johnson, nice job knocking the puck off McCoy's stick. Kopishki now over the blue line. No daylight for him.
Team was changing behind him. He didn't have a lot of help.
Raymond in the corner for Schmall. He just throws it the length of the ice, and he must have needed a breather.
Yeah, it looks that way.
It'll be an icing. 5:34 left to go in the overtime period. 2-2 between the Orioles and Red Knights.
Benilde has its first line out there. Broderson counters with his first line. Kirshner and Hurdy.
Hurdy gets this one over for Cam Jackson. Squirts free in the low slot. Goes back behind the net now. Kirshner again. Up top, this will be Quirk.
Oh!
Puts it into a sea of bodies. Backhand save by Jurek again. Gets it out of that blue paint, sends it down. Huge block by Culp. Helping out his goaltender from the right point. Sacrifices his body, gets in front of that hard rubber puck, and sends it into Ken Pauly and company. Boy, that would be something if he was here.
Yeah, celebrity coach.
Back underway, just about 5 minutes left to go in OT. 2-2. Quirk with it.
Oh!
Get it. Played with a high stick. Doesn't matter. Park touches it. Quirk with it again. Tries to get it to his forehand. Forced into the far corner. Dances with it. Leaves it on the wing. Behind the net for Kirshner. Flipped out by Park. Fails to get it out though. Kept in at the blue line. Centering pass for Kirshner. He was unable to pull it in. Kept in just barely at the blue line. But Duncan able to get kept in again.
Another ill-advised
trying
clear
to get it out. Another drop pass. Saved by Jurek.
Wow.
From the right dot. That'll be Tyler Kirshner again. Jurek with one of, I believe, 46 saves on the contest.
Yeah, Orioles defense got a little panicky again there. Just for trying to flick it out instead of taking the head time.
4:35 left to go. Offensive zone draw for Benilde. Won by the Red Knights. Grabbed by Anklum.
That was Anklum. Just
dumped in here by Benilde. Leo Schmall.
Souvenir.
Puck goes into the student section for the Red Knights. And they throw it back. Just like they should.
Yeah, doesn't say Minnesota Wild or anything on it. Probably just a piece of black rubber with some nicks in it.
We got enough of those at our house too. Little Guns N' Roses floating in the background. Puck is down. Won by Benilde. They get the draw, but they pay the price for that. Haggerty tries to use his stick to get it out. Nicky Moran is there as well. Owen Anklum. Puck bounces on him a little bit. And here comes Benilde trying to dance and weave. Donovan Madsen going up against Anklum. Send it around the end boards. Big hit there by Haggerty. Liam McCoy tries to punch it free for Anklum. Get it out that blue line. They can't do it.
Oh.
Almost a great opportunity for Madsen. Puck bounces on him a little bit. In the slot. Here's from the top of the circles. Shot goes high and wide for Kopishki.
Oh, they got it.
3:36 left to go. Benilde controlling play in this overtime period. Big shot, and that goes through the crease. Jurek
Looks like there's some tired players out there. Not a lot of
this will help them.
hard skating.
Failed to keep it in. There's a line change here for Park. Opens up the seas here for Benilde. Cork with it. Tries to get it through. Nice save by Nicky Moran in the slot.
Another ill-advised clear.
Yep, he got it to the blue line, but not out.
Here we go.
Anklam back out for Hurdy. His shot hits a leg. Blocked by Kopishki. He takes the puck the other direction. Kopishki leaves it for Quirk. Back for Davis. A shot and a save by Jurek. I think he got that blocker on it, pushed it wide, but Davis is back on it again. Davis back for Quirk. Quirk in the near corner. Back up for Johnson. Tried to deliver the one-timer. That's off by about a
not much
football field. Regardless.
Oh.
That one's thrown in from just inside, outside the blue line. And we're going to do
into
it again.
the netting.
Yep, that'll bring the face-off in front of Tyler Broderson and his crew. The black and orange squad there for the St. Louis Park Orioles, right in front of their logo. Ken Pauley and his group. 2 doors down on the left. Remains a 2-2 hockey game.
Looks like St. Louis Park.
Timeout. They're going to use their timeout. Ken Pauley used his at the late in regulation. St. Louis Park is using theirs now to catch a breather, set up shop. And when we return, faceoff will come just outside the Benilde blue line.
Shots calmed down a little bit. There's only been 1 for the Orioles and 3 for Benilde. Through what I think they played. It looks like they played an 8-minute overtime.
8 minutes, yep.
So we're 5.5 into it. 2.5 to go.
Parker Jurek just calm, cool, and collected. Grabbed a spot on the boards there, drinking some of that water. He's earned it, man. He's had a heck of a hockey game. 45 saves now through regulation and change.
Yeah,
Alex Bean's been pretty good as well. 35 saves for his work.
He certainly has. The goalies have definitely seen a lot of action tonight's game. If neither of them were on top, it would be a lot more scoring in this one.
Oh my, without a doubt.
You don't see 84 shots on goal in high school hockey very often.
I could say a lot of things about you, Tommy, but I will never question your ability to do quick math. Now let's go through some of the negative. No, I'm just kidding. That, of course, isn't true. Tommy Remper is here. My name is Kevin Falness. Paul Broden doing a great job in the truck, which is now on our table next to us. Curtis and Katrina bringing you all the sights and sounds here on the cameras, doing a fantastic job, as they always do. Here we go. 2:29 left to go. Face-off won by Benilde. Poked free finally by the Red Knights. Dumped into the left of Jurek. Goes around the end boards. Left for Schmoll. Weighs his options. Tries to feed it up the wing. That doesn't work. Quirk knocked off the puck. Leaves it for Davis. Heard those names a lot in this hockey game. But here comes Hurdy. Tries to get past Kirshner. Proves to be a tough job. Another broken stick. That's 3 on the night for St. Louis Park. This one goes to Finn Ryder.
Wow.
Some fisticuffs down there. It won't be fisticuffs. Pushing and shoving more than anything. Ollie Culp right there in the middle of it. Kopishki is about 3 times his height.
Yeah.
But that didn't stop Ollie Culp.
That was unfortunately, the Ryder's stick broke there because he was in a great scoring position, and that's
right at that left circle.
About from where he scored the first goal of the game from the other side.
They tried to get a line change. The ref says, nope, you had your chance. Get out of here. Haggerty on the draw. Exactly 2 minutes left to go in overtime. Offensive draw. Back for Anklam. Barely kept it onside. Looked a little questionable, but regardless, Teddy Rich tries to center. He heard it hit the outside of the cage. Kept in by Anklam. Nice job. Leaves it for McCoy. Grabbed here. Oh, almost a home run pass for Davis. That just failed to develop. McCoy with it now. Physical play along the far half wall. Hits another
Went into the bench?
Yeah, I think it did. I think it hit those gloves again. couple of the guys look, I'm just watching the game. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm into it. 134. We just had a face-off here about 30 seconds ago. We're going to do it again. This time it'll be the top line out there for St. Louis Park. Well, actually, it's going to be an offensive draw.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to put it outside the blue line.
I thought they would too. Not sure why that, but
no
now
one
Paulie does get
black
his
and orange
line
will question
change.
that. Purdy on the draw. Wins it straight back. One-timer. Wrister. Blocked by Benilde, and here they come. Led by Madsen. Drop pass for Raymond. 3 black jerseys, 2 white ones.
No!
When it comes across, saved by Jurek. That one probably just went wide between the circles. Another one directed towards her, doesn't make it all the way down, and instead Park able to grab it, send it the length of the ice, and that was just about ball game, folks.
Yeah,
but Jurek and company able to save the day and leave 69 seconds left on the clock.
The Benilde player got the puck along the back wall, and he got a free skate to the front. I think the Orioles thought he was just going to continue around behind the net, and no one took him, and so he brought the puck out into the scoring position and almost put it home.
Hurdy on the draw once again, logging a ton of ice time tonight, especially in overtime. Anklem tries to get it out, and here comes Park. Led by Hurdy again. Hurdy in the near wall. Exactly 1 minute left to go in this hockey game. Hurdy up top. Schmull keeps a watchful eye. They've got an odd man rush led by Quirk. Drop pass for Davis. Takes the shot and saved by Jurek again. Flashes that leather as he's done a ton tonight. And that should be save number 48.
Yeah, I would think so too. I thought that put him at the half-century mark, but either way, it's been a hell of a night for Parker Jurek.
44.9 seconds left to go. It's a big draw here for Park. Anklem able to get it out to center ice. Still got a guy offsides. It's all right. Anklem's got it. We're down to 36 seconds.
Oh, no.
Quirk, big turnover. Davis with it again, but it'll be offsides, it would appear. 31.9 seconds left to go on the clock.
I thought for a second they were going to have another late.
I thought he was going to be off to the races.
Yep.
The whistle saved the day. Haggerty wins it. Back for Schmull.
Good patience
Gives
by
it off
Leo.
to Anklem. Anklem all by himself. From his defensive spot. Tries to center it into the blue paint. Couple of guys are pointing. I can see the puck, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's anywhere near to cross the line. So a sea of humanity to the right of Beaton will keep the puck outside of the crease, and it remains 2-2 with 18.1 seconds left to go.
Great play by Owen Anklem there. They kept giving him the lane down the side, and he just kept taking it, and finally was able to kind of turn it inside. Just threw a backhand in, hoping for a rebound or something.
Big draw here for St. Louis Park. Hurdy on it, of course, for the Orioles. Won, though, by Benilde. Puts it into the blue paint.
That was Finn Ryder.
Into the far corner. Back up top. Davis with a breakout pass. Takes the shot. High and wide. Goes over the cage. Jurek saw it the whole way. Went right over his crossbar. Ducked down slightly. And that is your final horn. Took a late shot there after the buzzer. The puck, 100%. He took a shot after the buzzer. That was not appreciated by the Red Knight defense or by goaltender Alex Beaton. I assume that's Hurdy. Yeah. Hurdy with an opportunity there at the buzzer. It was a late shot. Johnson and company didn't like it. Regardless, the final horn sounds, and it's going to end up as a 2-2 tie. A heck of a hockey game for both of these clubs.
Yeah, both teams with their second tie of the season. Orioles just had theirs a couple games ago. Benilde had theirs. They tied, I think theirs was at the beginning of the season, but so they'll keep them back at the top, till the top of the standings in the Metro West Conference. You can see the team shaking hands here. As you said, Kevin, an unbelievable game.
So much fun.
Tense all night long. Great play by both teams. Great job by both goalies. We said when they started out, Parker Jurek was going to have a huge game, and he certainly came up massive with almost 50 saves in this game to keep the Orioles in this one. And of all things to tie the game late, a shorthanded 2-on-0 goal.
Yeah, Culp to Schmull, finished off by Schmull. That's what got the game past regulation, and they end up skating to a 2-2 tie. The record at this point puts the Orioles at 10-10-2 overall. Now 4-3-2 in the Metro West. They'll take the tie. They're now 2-1-2 in their last 5 overall. Benilde, on the other hand, they take the tie. They move to 8-10-2. They're now 4-1-1 in the Metro West. To me, the #1 star of the game. You can argue with it if you like, but I got to go with Parker Jurek.
Yeah,
at least 48 saves, if not more. He'll get the tie and go down at 8-7-2. But what a hockey game there for the senior netminder.
Certainly
from St.
was.
Louis Park.
Yeah, he certainly was the difference in this game tonight. I thought Owen Anklin had a great game as well. I can't imagine. He probably had Quinn Hughes like ice time tonight. Did a great job for the Orioles. And Kopicki seemed like you were calling his name quite a bit for the Red Knights. So,
yep.
Then he had one of their goals. So great game, great evening here at the rec center. You see the teams out there, the little post-game powwow. That's great to see that these guys can go battle hard for 60 minutes almost, and then be friends at the end and congratulate each other, pat each other, and say, "Way to go, boys."
Even though this game was at the rec center, it was an away game. Officially, it's a home game for Benilde. So the next game for St. Louis Park will be against New Prague on Saturday, an 8 p.m. puck drop. From what I understand, that will be a home game for the Orioles. They do not share this barn with New Prague, so they will get the home ice advantage on Saturday against New Prague in a rematch with that squad. But until then, for Tommy Remfer, Paul in the truck, we got Curtis and Katrina on the cameras. I'm Kevin Falness. Thanks for checking us out here on a Tuesday night on Park TV. We sure did have a lot of fun. Stay safe, stay warm, and we'll talk to you next time here on Park TV.